You know, when most people think of cattle drives, John Wayne might come to mind, or the movie City Slickers. But did you know that real cattle drives still happen? And folks from all around the world travel to Kansas to experience life in the saddle. Our love of adventure and a great story led us to the Moore Longhorn Ranch for the ride of a lifetime. Cattle drive started in the late 1800s. Millions of cattle were driven hundreds of miles from Texas through Oklahoma to the railheads in Kansas for market.
Come on, let's go. Yep.
Today, these cattle drives still happen, but on a much smaller scale. Twice a year, around 80 head of Texas Longhorns are pushed 35 miles from their winter to summer pastures. It's an old-fashioned cattle drive that starts at the Moore Longhorn Ranch outside of Buckland, Kansas. Owner Joe Moore.
Everybody ready?
His family's been in the Longhorn business for more than 45 years. His wife Nancy.
It doesn't have to be tight, it's kind of like a loose necklace.
And their son Laramie invite 10 paying guests to come along to relive that experience. Good morning. Will you let me ride you a few days? People from all over the world pay the Moores to play cowboy. Aki came from Japan, where she grew up watching American Westerns.
Still, I cannot believe that I see that in person.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
And then he knows he's caught.
Ira is from Finland.
This just unties here.
She's 2 months into an 8-month trip around the world. And Mike is a retired helicopter pilot from Shreveport, Louisiana.
Well, I was looking online because it was a bucket list item.
After we get our horses saddled, or barely, we load the horses and trailer them 30 minutes to the Longhorns' winter pasture. To drive them back, it'll take us 3 days.
Yep.
Step up.
Leading the way is third-generation rancher Nancy Moore.
My title, I co-owner or head cook all around peon, I guess.
They started inviting paying guests on their cattle drives because farming and ranching simply wasn't making enough money.
To bring some extra income to our business, we decided to bring the business to us. This is something that a lot of people would like to experience, our life and our lifestyle that I take for granted every day.
I think it's brilliant that people pay to help you all do your chores. What do you think about that? I think it's so neat.
Beats going to town and getting a job.
I know, doesn't it?
Yep.
For the paying help, the experience is worth the money.
It's about as close as you can come to see what the life of a real cowboy was like. It wasn't a canned drive. In other words, they were going to do this whether any of us showed up to be a part of it or not, and that's what I was looking for. I was looking for the real thing, the authentic thing.
What do you think so far?
My bones ache. Bones I didn't know I had ache.
Training to be a cowboy isn't just painful, it's also a challenge for your brain.
Think like a cow. Cow psychology 101. Know what that cow's thinking. Like, well, there's a spot there I can get out and be able to react to it before the cow actually does it.
We also must learn to master the art of the cattle call. The person ahead of the drive makes the call, and the cattle actually listen, and they follow.
So it's a routine. You call them, and they look, and it draws their attention, and they know, okay, we're going to get something. This is going to be good. It's not going to be scary or hurt us, so they go.
For us humans,
It's a horny toad.
wanting a new experience is why many of us came on the drive. Several riders are also return customers, like Kenny. He said drives are relaxing and make him feel at peace.
I am just a cowboy.
For Aki,
I feel like they are so free.
this is her 5th cattle drive.
I felt great to escape from my daily life. Then I just live in there like a movie scenery or something with the real cowboys.
The coyote call.
Out on the prairie, without a building in sight, there's a lot to see when you're traveling at just 3 miles an hour. And sometimes, well, faster. It's really up to your horse. don't know about you, but I felt like my horse was smarter than me out there.
Oh, right. They are a lot smarter than me. They know how to do it, so they taught me a lot. Yes.
After a long day on the trail, the cattle are put up for a drink, we untack the horses, and get ready for an authentic chuck wagon meal. Nancy cooks everything over an open flame, and mostly in Dutch ovens, heated by coals from the campfire, with the temperature gauged by feel.
That's probably 275.
Tonight's menu, cheesy potatoes, longhorn beef, and homemade biscuits. Delish. For a worn-out crew, this camp food deserved a 5-diamond rating. My only concern, though, where's the ladies' room? Notice there aren't many bushes on the prairie. And wind speeds? Yeah, they reached 45 miles per hour. There's no need to worry, thanks to this blue tent at one of our campsites. It surrounds a hole in the ground that hasn't been cleaned out, well, probably ever. But no one's picky when you're sore, windblown, and dirty, with nature all up in your business.
There's a spider on my roof.
Because when you're playing cowboy,
I'm sleeping outside.
you're also reliving history in the historic American West.
Oh, good job, Bug Spray.
Kristin Dickerson, News Channel 8. And a big thank you to the Moore Longhorn Ranch for letting us join them on that great adventure and spend a couple days. If you would like to go on a cattle drive, or if you just want to spend a couple days with Nancy and learn how to cook in one of those Dutch ovens, you can do anything from just a day to a full week. Give them a call, 620-826-3649. You can also go online to learn more about the Moore Longhorn Ranch at that website, MooreLonghornRanch.com. And for more Wild West fun, go to KTUL.com. We posted video from the cattle drive, tons of photos that our producer Monica took, even video diaries that we shot all along the way, because there was no possible way to cram all that we experienced in 3 days into just a couple of minutes.